Happy Monday. I haven't said that for a while. Welcome here to another edition of Husker Online Headlines. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, back from the West Coast as quick turn. Got home Sunday. We're back here. Before we get into today's show, we're brought to you by our presenting sponsor of Sartor Hamann Jewelry and also our title sponsor, StayHome.Care. StayHome.Care offers many of the same types of personalized care you'd find in a nursing home, right in the comfort of your home, whether your loved one is young or old, living with a disability, recovering from surgery, or simply just needs extra help when they're sick. StayHome.Care provides consistent, compassionate support from personal care and companionship to daily tasks like laundry, meal prep, and assistance with appointments or outings. We're here when your loved ones need you and you can't be there. Head to StayHome.Care to learn more. That's .care, not .com. Again, learn more at StayHome.Care or call 402-205-2233. Our heart is with you because we put our heart in everything we do. Your home, our care. StayHome.Care. But lots to get to. It was a good trip, though, Sip.
Oh my God, it was fun. I mean, you really take care of us for one thing, but God, I mean, everything from, I thought the highlight was the game. Always seeing the Rose Bowl is always sweet, but Dodger Stadium was cool. You went there and bought a bunch of garb. I
bought 2 shirts and a stocking cap.
Yeah, I was interested in the stocking cap purchase. You went with the stocking cap.
So, you know, my head does get cold in the winter.
Yeah. That was interesting. I thought I saw that immediately. You grabbed a
You think when I do high school state football finals on Nebraska Public Media, should I wear the Dodger stocking cap, or would that be, I think it'd be frowned upon.
Well, frowned upon by whom?
Well, it's not.
By Giants fans?
No, I generally just wear, like if I'm wearing it, I'll take it off when I'm on camera. Mm-hmm. But like when you're walking around and you're not on camera, I keep my head warm. But then when I do my live stand-ups, I take off the hat.
Do you think it looked too juvenile?
It's got to be really cold, like to wear it like on the air. You never know what it's going to be like. But yeah,
anyway, it was perfect weather. We didn't really have any major travel problems. I mean, it was just
we had to switch one flight.
Yeah,
and we had ample notice to do so.
Yeah.
And instead of flying out of Lincoln, we had the exact itinerary out of Omaha. So thankfully, we weren't affected by the FAA things other than just having to fly out of Omaha.
We can talk about it in our last portion, odds and ends, but that's going to be our last. That could be our last. We may not be covering another game, regular season game in the Rose Bowl.
No, it sounds like SoFi Stadium could be next year,
2026. That's right.
Which I was talking to Robin about that. You know, that would mean the Chargers and the Rams and UCLA. They'd have 3 like major football teams playing in that facility.
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, which is 12 miles, not 12 minutes, 12 miles, 12 miles from the UCLA campus, where the Rose Bowl is 30 from the campus. And so what's happening is UCLA is buying out of its deal with the Rose Bowl, and I regard it with sadness. I mean, I love that Rose Bowl. It's I don't know.
It's too big.
Yeah, it is. Seats what,
190 some,
and SoFi seats 70 some, lower 70s.
But what they can do at SoFi is completely not even make the top portion where it's only like lower bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll have a lot more suites and premium seats. I mean, the Rose Bowl had premium seats. I saw Nebraska people in them all. Like in the sky boxes that we were by, it was all Husker fans.
Yeah. So, that news broke yesterday that it looks like it's imminent. You knew it was maybe in the works, or you did know it was in the works. You didn't know if it was imminent, and now it looks imminent as in next season.
I'll say this, so we won't go back to LA for 2 more years because next year we'll be at Oregon, the following year at Washington.
Uh-huh.
Then I think it's back to back again, USC, UCLA, presumably. You just never know with schedules, but that's a trip that Nebraska fans, you know, they've kind of taken away Northwestern from us. We have not been to Northwestern as a fan base here since 2018. And that was kind of the big, let's go to Chicago. Now it's like, let's go to LA.
Uh-huh. And it's pretty good.
And it's 82 degrees in November.
Yeah, you don't even need to. You really, on this trip. Now I'm just saying this trip alone, you really wouldn't needed a jacket. Now that night, that morning when we got out of the Rose Bowl, It was about 2 a.m., wasn't it? Or no, it was about 12:30 that time, West Coast time. You kind of needed a jacket then, but it wasn't terrible.
As the marine fog came in.
Yeah. What they call
Somebody
it?
in our comments referred to it as the marine. It's to call it, they were blown
The
away.
marine layer, I think.
The marine layer. Yeah.
The marine layer rolled in. Freaked me out.
All right, let's get into the show.
Yeah.
We covered the odds and end on UCLA. We don't need
100.
We don't need to
need
circle
to
back the
okay.
helicopter for that.
Okay.
Headline number 1: Matt Rhule campaigns hard for running back Emmett Johnson. And I just got done taping this on Channel 7. And I think sometimes it's happened so quickly with Emmett Johnson's season. Mm-hmm. You've got to really look into it. But he's the leading rusher in Power 4 football, the number 2 leading rusher in the country. He's got over 100+ yard lead as the leading rusher in the Big Ten Conference. That said, I mean, he's got everything on his resume right now that he should be a finalist for the Doak Walker. He's got a chance to be an All-American, but Matt Rhule even shot bigger. He said the words New York.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're right, though. There's a couple things that we need to point out right off. He hasn't captured the imagination of the national media, right? Would you say that?
Yeah.
He has not captured the imagination. He's
never been a 1,000-yard back before.
Right. He's not captured the imagination of the national media, or that's my perception. And you're right. The second thing is it has happened awfully quickly. It just kind of cropped up. It's not like he had a big year last year. He ran for 598 yards last year. In 2023, he ran for 411. And now all of a sudden, he has 1,131 yards, and he's averaging 5.6 a carry. He has 11 touchdowns, and he's putting up those numbers against conference opponents, which is what Rhule pointed out so adeptly. It's not like he built his numbers against Houston Christian and Akron.
Well, think about the Minnesota game. If they would actually have given him 20+ carries in that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be better.
10 more carries against Minnesota, he'd be over 1,200 yards.
I will say this, Sean. I'll be disappointed based on what I know about the running back picture nationally if he doesn't win the Doak Walker. Now, it's hard to overcome the quarterback discussion in the as it applies to the Heisman Trophy. That's become sort of a quarterback award. Not all the time, obviously, but largely. And that's who you're hearing. What are you hearing? Mendoza and Sayin. That's what you're. Those are the two guys that came out of Saturday atop everybody's list, right? Fernando Mendoza and Julian Sayin.
The SEC doesn't really have a front runner Heisman. And teams like Miami and Clemson that were supposed to be good have not really delivered.
Carson Beck's not in it. Cape Klubnik's plays his way well out of it.
Diego Pavia's
kind of interesting.
But you're right. Nothing's off the table. I mean, if Emmett Johnson rushes for 400 yards in the final 2 games, who knows?
Right.
That would be amazing. I mean, on Iowa and Penn State's defenses, I think
I might crown him then if he gets 400 against those 2 teams.
Yeah, I think 200 is probably more of a respectable goal if he can break 200 yards.
Yeah, and I don't want to set this up for people to be disappointed if he doesn't go to New York. I mean, he's still going to have a great season. Do I think he belongs in New York? I want to see his last 2 games, but I lean towards yes.
It's such a preseason sport, college football.
That's what Rhule said.
Because there's over 100 teams. It's hard to keep track, but I'm looking at the Walter Camp preseason All-American team right now, and their preseason backs were Jeremiah Love, who right now, Emmett has more yards than, but Love has not had the carry number. That's Love is probably an All-American.
Love, just watch him. He's probably the best back in America.
Nick Singleton from Penn State was also a preseason All-American.
Now, I've seen a lot of Singleton, and at this point, I'm taking Emmett over Singleton.
And then your second team, Mekhi Hughes from Oregon.
I think he's been hurt.
And then Isaac Brown, Louisville.
Our dear readers will hammer me but Hughes didn't play against Iowa. It was Noah Whittington in that game. So I don't know what the deal with Hughes is.
The AP All-American running backs preseason. Let's see. They were Jeremiah Love, Nick Singleton. So those were your consensus kind of first team picks by everybody.
Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. I'm taking Emmett Johnson over Singleton. I've seen a lot of Singleton. Emmett's made himself into a great player. For whatever reason, we don't give any credit to EJ Barthel. Don't ask me why, but he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, we always pine. Why? Come on, they got to develop players. Well, this is a shining example of development. Now, the player develops himself in a lot of ways. You got to always first give the player the credit. He has to put into work. But coaching is coaching, and somebody's coached him up at a high level. Barthel's his position coach.
Well, and to be able to lead the Big Ten essentially in carries and still look fresh.
Well, that's the other thing about Emmett. I think his superpowers, as Rhule refers to, are number one, his ability to elude tacklers. He's elusive. His other superpower is his staying power. His superpower is his staying power. That's his second. That's why I call him. And you don't like the nickname. I love the nickname I've given him, Emmett All Day Johnson. He's all day long. He's coming at you all day. He doesn't take breaks. He's there on snap 1 and he's there on snap 60. Emmett All Day Johnson.
That's not even going to make it out of the meeting room. Like, that won't even get to like the next meeting.
Come on.
That's not going to make it to the next meeting.
Sean. Emmett All Day. We'll see what the commenters say.
Yeah, I don't. Nicknames are funny. They just kind of happen.
There's not as many of them anymore. You don't see them you don't see nearly as many nicknames in professional sports, college sports, any sports as you used to. There used to be all over the place. Remember?
Like Rex Burkhead had Superman, but that was a nickname I think he had in high school.
Yeah, you just don't see it. You don't even see it in the pros as much anymore. Jim Catfish Hunter, Daryl Chocolate Thunder Dawkins, on Dr. J, on and on, Magic Johnson.
Corey Ross's Pork Chop.
Yeah, that was kind of unofficial though, was that kind of unofficial?
Everyone referred to him as Pork Chop.
That was one.
Now Buddha. Right. Javin Wright, everyone calls him Buddha. Yeah. Like nobody even calls him Javin or Javen. It's Buddha.
Is that right? Anyway, Emmett Johnson. I marvel at him, and he keeps getting better and better. And those are great pictures, by the way.
All right, well, let's good discussion on Emmett Johnson. Let's take it to headline 2. Again, we're brought to you by the title sponsor of StayHome.Care. Call them at 402-205-2233. We're also brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Sartor Hamann, your go-to for fine jewelry, watches, and master craftsmanship. Sartor Hamann has been serving Nebraska and the Midwest for 120 years. Check out our patent Heartland diamonds, custom cut and polished with extra facets to be the most beautiful diamond that you've ever seen, exclusive only at Sartor Hamann. All natural diamonds, not lab-grown. Give her a diamond you can see all the way across the room, guaranteed to wow her and her friends and family. Paired with our spectacular gold and platinum jewelry mountings, you'll have a legacy item that will last a lifetime and beyond. We also buy old gold and jewelry items. Gold is at an all-time high, so bring in your old items for top dollar and more to trade for new items. Sartor Hamann has been voted best year after year. Don't forget our custom Husker items and our huge selections of fine watches. Visit SartorHamann.com now. Use HuskerOnline, the code, and you'll get an additional 10% off, or tell them in the store. Sartor Hamann, the outlet at 12th and O, for 30 to 70% off savings every day, or at South Point Pavilions and in Grand Island. Sartor Hamann Jewelers, when only the best will do, a tradition as famous as the Huskers. SartorHamann.com. All right, let's take it to headline number 2. TJ Lateef, the next step. I mean, because step 1, man, I don't know if you could have predicted that. I mean, that was.
I wanted to ask Rhule that question. Was he? We're all scrambling in the post game. Was he asked in the post game? Is that what he expected from Lateef? Anything like that? Did Lateef surprise him?
Not really. I mean,
I wanted to ask
his 2 completions. One of them was scored a drop, and you can argue
his incompletions.
Yeah, he had 2 only in 2, 15 to 17.
Right, I know.
And one was scored a drop, and the other could have been caught. So. He nearly could have gone 17 for 17.
I think it was 13 of 15. Double check.
Oh,
that. Yeah,
I thought it was 15 to 17.
13 of 15, but whatever. Same thing, Sean. I kept saying going into the game that I didn't know what to expect from TJ Lateef. It was hard to know what to expect because we saw him shine against Akron and Houston Christian. Saw a little bit of him against USC, a quarter and a half, and he dropped the ball a couple times. You kind of wondered, but in this game against UCLA, he was fabulous and was really fabulous from the start. They scored on their first 4 possessions, and he never looked rattled at all. What we wonder? Okay, we wondered how would his ball security be? What was flawless? He didn't fumble or throw a pick. How would he be operational?
0 turnover worthy plays.
Okay, how was he operationally? Well, you saw it. Did they look flustered at any point? No palms up. No guys looking at him like, what do we do?
No play clock scares,
right?
Like where you're like kicking your leg up, trying to get the snap off. None of that,
right?
And you're right, 13 to 15. He had 17 dropbacks. So I misread that. He had 15 attempts, 17 dropbacks. And on those 2 dropbacks, he ran.
So yeah, 13 to 15. He ran 5 times for 31 yards. Now that is one thing that I think you probably would have thought he'd carry more than 5 times, right?
Yeah, I mean Emmett though 28 carries. They technically on PFF give him 9 attempts in the game.
Okay.
Let's see. They have 2 scrambles, 1 gap run, 2 zone reads. So I'm not quite sure why it says 9 rushing attempts.
Because in the official stats, it was 5 for 31.
5. Oh, the kneel downs.
Oh,
they have the kneel downs on there. So those don't count.
No,
those are team rushes.
Yeah, he looks. I mean. Now, I think you need to say I think they win that game with Dylan Raiola. But again, all week we said I don't know what to expect from him. Well, I didn't expect it to look that good. All right, I didn't. That looked good. Then I thought Rhule kind of today said a mouthful without really even trying. They don't alter their practice this week. I thought maybe they would alter their practice this week, ramp it up a little bit because they have this rookie quarterback who had started his first game. You don't have to, which tells me a lot about Lateef. They don't have to do anything extra because he's probably got a very good handle on it. Right.
Well, he played such a high level of high school football. I mean, the conference he was in is like modern day John Bosco.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Servite in Anaheim. I mean, that is one of the preeminent high school football conferences in America. So it's not like he came from like a small school somewhere. He played big time high school football.
And it was reflected in the way he played this game. He looked very confident.
You can tell the guys like him.
They played for him. So they got a good thing there. They got a good thing. He's right away too. If you saw his post game interview, he expressed he loves Dylan, and like he felt bad for Dylan. This is a great team. It seems like a great bunch of guys that like each other, and I think that helps a lot. But you're absolutely right, Sean. They played for him.
It's a great reminder in life. No matter who you are, though, the show has to go on.
It's a motto you could have. The show must go on. If you're having a bad day with your daughters, you still got to go.
It stinks that Dylan Raiola is out for the season, but the show will go on. Nebraska football has been around for over 100 years, and no one player is Nebraska football. The show is the show.
Yeah, the show will go on.
You got to put a show together and figure it out. And they did that. I mean, you got to give the coaches a lot of credit for that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's another thing. Holgerson, Glenn Thomas, and you heard Rhule today, this Monday, talk about Glenn Thomas, who never gets talked about. Rhule's right. He said, I'm not positive what gets said, but his sense was that Glenn Thomas doesn't get talked about a lot, and he doesn't.
But he strikes me as a guy that doesn't want the attention.
Right. But I think I just know this. In this instance, they got that kid ready to go at a high level. And now let's see what happens at Penn State. I'm not going to go overboard. I just know that what I saw at UCLA was very impressive. Now it changes. The picture changes. I mean, if only because you're going into cold weather. I mean, it's a different kind of game.
And it looks, just looking at what we're dealing with, it could be like 30s and 40s.
That's a different picture.
Not 82.
No, and UCLA, if you recall, Sean, had 6 sacks on the season. That's all they had? 6 on the season. Okay. I'm going to guess that Penn State has more than 6 sacks. Okay. I'm going to guess that the guys that come off the edge will look and feel a lot different than what UCLA brought. You can double check that number, but I'm pretty confident they had 6 on the season.
So yeah, I mean UCLA, as you know, is
fact check
struggling. No, well, I'm looking at Penn State's front right now on just their total defensive stats. Yet Penn State's produced 152 pressures in 9 games.
Yeah.
15 sacks, only 15 sacks.
That's not a lot. Yeah, that's not a lot.
We're using the context of 9 that Minnesota had in one game. That's not a lot.
No, that's a surprising low number. But you saw what I saw against. Okay, me and you were watching the Indiana Penn State game together. What did that look like to you?
Well, number 33, Danny Dennis Sutton.
Yeah,
he's hit the quarterback 10 times. He has 15 hurries, and he has only 2 sacks, but he's produced 27 pressures.
Yeah. See, now you saw him against Indiana. You were watching the game. What did you think of the pressure they were getting on Mendoza?
Well, I thought 33.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was the one pointing across the line of scrimmage, yelling at the Indiana players. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
They were the real deal.
I know what people are thinking right now as they watch. Come on, guys. Penn State's 0-6 in the Big Ten. How good can they be?
They have to be like the best. I hate saying things like this, but they're like the best 0-6 team of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, they easily could have beaten Oregon and Indiana.
Yep. Look, they have the level of talent that merited a number 2 national ranking going into the season. That doesn't happen by accident. It was earned largely last season.
They have a pretty ordinary offense. That's been the problem. The running backs haven't done what we thought, and their receiver play has been an issue.
It was an issue last year. They went into the portal and got 3 guys, and they didn't do great in the portal.
It's the easiest position to find players at, and for somehow they have not found the players.
I don't get it.
I mean, they'd probably kill to have Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter.
I bet they would. Nebraska's got 3 very good starting receivers right now.
All right. Well, should be a lot to watch here with TJ Lateef, the next steps. Before we take it to headline 3, again, we're brought to you by StayHome.Care. Call them at 402-205-2233. Learn more about what they can do for you and your family. We're also brought to you by Crani-Yum. And let me tell you, Sip, after the long, late night on Saturday, where we were on the air until 3 o'clock in the morning, almost Nebraska time. And then we got headed to the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning to go home, traveled to the airport. Do you know what I needed?
What?
A Crani-Yum.
For mental clarity.
Like, I was looking forward to getting up here at 12:45 to get a Crani-Yum.
Yes. and here you got one.
I got one. Yeah, I'm drinking a Dr. Yum, which is like a cherry Dr. Pepper.
I got
flavor.
a green one, and it's
the
good.
the melon crisp.
It's melon and a green grape.
But I got this. I'm a new man. Got to work out in.
I debate that, but
a new man. But it's founded by 2 lifelong Nebraskans right from Fremont. They're Husker fans, and they are blowing up. The popularity of their product is really, really continuing to grow. Obviously, you can buy them at all your Hy-Vees locally in the health markets. Some local vendors like Elite Nutrition and other places carry them as well. But the easiest way that you can help us and them is go to their website, drinkcraniyum.com. That's YUM at the end of that. Use the promo code HuskerOnline. You'll get 10% off your order and free shipping, and you can use that at unlimited time. So,
you know who swears by him? Missing Tooth Gray.
So he's into. He's ordering it now.
Yeah, he's deep in it. Yeah, he's ordering them.
You'll get a better price if you order online and use the promo code. I mean, and you'll get a case.
Yeah,
and you just need 1 a day at the most.
Yeah,
you've rolled the dice. You've had a couple 2 days.
You're
not supposed to drink 3, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah, it says on the can, 2 per day.
I tend toward extreme a lot, as you know.
McDonald's coffee. What's your record for McDonald's coffee today? 6?
I'm not going there.
Kind of embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah, don't ask me personal questions because you won't like what you hear.
I finally got Sipple today to possibly download the Casey's app.
Yeah.
Because all month it's 99-cent coffee with the Casey's reward number.
Casey's thanks you for this free advertising.
Yeah, free ad for Casey, but I'm saving you money.
Thank you.
Because McDonald's jacked the rates up on
God knows I need to save it.
All right, let's take it to headline number 3. Rhule says he has enough money to win big, and this conversation about the roster, the money, it's gone so back and forth. Because
what were you thinking today when he was talking?
Well,
were you confused?
Yeah, because I went back to what he said in August, because that's what he said in August. And there was that one period when, he was kind of renegotiating and things were going on about Penn State and the $30-40 million roster, that we can't do that. We didn't have the money to get this or that. But now clearly, Matt Rhule.
Did he get something out of his contract negotiation?
How can the school provide NIL money? The rev share is the rev share. They have rev share.
What was he talking about today then? I mean, it was great to hear. He said the words regarding money for his roster. Okay, that's what we're talking about, so people understand. Money for his roster. He said, I can't complain anymore. He said, Sean, I got the notes here. He says, some people have more than us, but we've got enough. Okay, so Texas Tech has more, right? Oregon has more. Who else has more?
Miami.
Ohio State.
I wouldn't even say A&M. Yeah,
Ohio State
for sure.
Texas. We kind of know the ones. And why wouldn't you say A&M, by the way?
I
would say do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I would say they do.
BYU might be up there too.
So there's some select teams that have more. I was sort of amazed by what he was saying. He said some people may have more than us money, but we've got enough. I think what Rhule was saying was he has enough. I wanted to kind of ask, come on, journalism talk, real. Would you have been disappointed had I asked the question? So you have enough to win it all? Was that what he was saying basically?
I think the challenge though is like, you don't know what's going to become available in the portal. Like, you can talk about this grand portal shopping spree.
Yeah.
But like, you don't know what's in the store yet.
Well, they don't. Hold on. Let's drill down. I don't think they need a grand portal shopping spree. Say that to your wife sometime. We don't need a grand shopping spree.
We don't need to go down to Michigan Avenue to Nordstrom's.
No, we don't need a grand. Does Nebraska need a grand portal shopping spree?
Yeah, I mean, for a few big ticket items, yes.
Yes. So what are those? D lineman,
big body D lineman, probably a running back.
Yeah, you're always looking for pass rushers too. McColl's not going to be around.
Another O lineman. I don't know if you can go in comfortably with what you have at tackle. I almost like the picture of Gatula playing guard, and then another tackle coming in.
Well, you got Pritchett.
Pritchett will be back, and then Gatula's back.
Then who would be the other tackle? Possibly Knack.
Well, Gatula could be the other tackle,
or Knack,
or Knack. Yeah, I don't see Knack. Evans is back at center, and then you've got to figure out your guards, because Latowski and
Rocco's gone,
and then I think Machacek is a possibility.
Yeah, he's a definite possibility as a starting guard.
Knack could play guard.
So you're saying big ticket tackle on the right side.
Then you can do more with Gatula, because I don't know.
I like the idea.
I don't know if Gatula is a true tackle.
I like the idea.
He can play tackle. I'm not saying he can't.
I like the idea.
But I think the picture would be better if you had like a bigger tackle, longer arm guy.
Yeah. Then you have bookend tackles that you want, right?
Yeah. But you're talking millions there.
But he says he has all the money he needs. He said that today. It was eye-opening.
I did find an interesting Coach Rhule's answer was a little short. I mean, he didn't want to get into too detail about Pritchett.
No, I asked him about Pritchett.
I know.
I kind of asked a bad question, though. It was a leading question.
Well, because he doesn't want to probably overdo it, because they're paying him a lot of money already. And do they, when you start to think about a year-over-year new contract for a player like Pritchett, is he going to get what he got initially? Has he proven that he's worth that kind of money on the market?
He's starting to. He's starting to. I think he looks good to me now. He looks good to me.
But yeah, will he get the same price?
Oh, I don't know.
If you go out of your way and start praising him too much, like Rhule.
Well, the question I asked that was leading is it looks to me like Pritchett has found a groove. So it was not a good way to ask the question. It should have been an open-ended question. Like, what do you think of the way Pritchett's playing?
You kind of dropped the punt there.
Yeah, drop the punt. the old
drop the taco.
But anyway,
you spilled the Crani-Yum earlier today. That was a sight to behold.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine that we clean.
Hey, but yeah, Rhule today said they have enough money, and the way I took it is they have enough money to challenge at the highest levels of the sport. All right, End of discussion. Now, let's see what's going to be great, what's going to be fun and interesting. Portal season.
I was thinking about like the bowl game, because the portal doesn't open until January 2nd. The draft deadline's not until, mid-January. Okay. So like a guy like Emmett, if he knows he's going to go pro, like would he play in the bowl game?
Oh God, don't do that. Emmett is the type to play.
Yeah. And again, you lose.
I don't.
If you opt out of the bowl, you like lose a month's pay. I mean, if I was putting these contracts together, I would tie the final payment. You must play in the bowl game, and you will not receive final payment until after the bowl game.
I love that idea.
I mean, why not?
I love that idea. Okay, so Emmett, I don't profess to know Emmett, so I shouldn't say stuff like he's not the type of guy to sit out, but that's my perception of Emmett. The way he runs, the way he comports himself. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's going to say, hey, guys, we've come this far, but I'm going to sit this one out. I don't see that happening. But now, would you blame him?
Yeah, if he wins like the Doak Walker.
What are you saying? If he wins a Doak Walker, that would give him more reason to sit.
Yeah, because the representation that he might have for the NFL say, hey,
oh yeah, representation might have some say in it. Yeah.
So that's a conversation a month down the road, but something to think about.
Yeah, he's a big player on that team.
But yeah, even like
there's stating the obvious.
How would you like to play Oklahoma and Tampa
without Emmett Johnson? No, wouldn't like that. Now, that doesn't mean those guys behind him can't play. Mosey, and we always say Mosey and Mekhi Nelson. We never. Why do we never say Ives?
Because he's hurt. He was on the injured list.
Yeah, he's a hammy.
Yeah,
hamstring.
Ives is just not in the picture right now.
No, it's Mosey and Mekhi Nelson.
All right. Well,
behind Emmett.
Before we take it to headline 4, again, we're brought to you by StayHome.Care, phenomenal company that's there to help you. You could have a loved one that just needs someone to spend time with them, help them around the house, get them to a doctor's appointment, whatever it is. They can do those types of tasks for you. In all ages, really. They provide assistance for not just older people that need care, but younger people too that might need assistance here and there at 402-205-2233. Thanks to StayHome.Care. We're also brought to you by Harry's, and just got back traveling. Brought my Harry's shaving cream, razor, everything with me. Phenomenal product with Harry's. And we're all hooked up with Harry's. I've told you this. I've used their shaving balm for years.
Yeah, you can tell your skin is exquisite.
Is that? I said a little sarcasm.
No, you're fine. No, you do a good job. You take care of yourself.
All right. Well, yeah, Harry's razor. What they do is they're going to get you a high quality razor at a great price. And you guys know this. I mean, the price of razors, it's gotten crazy how expensive a quality razor is. And, Harry's has figured out a way to come up with a razor that is equal to the ones that are out there at a much better price. So I urge you to get on their website, harrys.com, and use the promo code Husker. Again, it's harrys.com/Husker. Use the promo code Husker, and you'll get the Harry's Plus trial set for only $10. It's a great, great deal at Harry's. You'll get the entire set with the shaving gel, the shaving rod as well, all in one pack for $10. So thanks again to Harry's. Again, that's harrys.com/Husker to take advantage of that offer that we have here with Harry's. Thanks to Harry's for sponsoring us here on the Husker Online Headline Show. Let's take it to headline 4. Bowl game discussion. And I think getting that 7th win has really kind of ramped things up now. Like, hey, yeah, we're going to a bowl, but they got a chance to maybe go to a better bowl. And right now the pecking order is this.
Okay, go ahead.
We're not going to the playoff. We know that. So the best possible outcome is Orlando. If Nebraska were to win their final 2 games, pretty good chance they could go to Orlando. I think if they can win one of these next 2, but the head-to-head with Iowa is probably the one to watch, could get you to Tampa. After Tampa, it's Las Vegas, then Nashville. That's the
Las Vegas order. Picks before Nashville.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, you noticed today, like in the media room, for Nebraska's press conference, how much, if you were listening before Matt Rhule walked in, a lot of people were talking about bull scenarios. I noticed it. It's ramped up.
Sports writers are excited to travel.
Yeah, and it's a good topic. It's an interesting topic. It's not, it's kind of alluring. I mean, if they win to Orlando's a big time bull, and you probably get a big time SEC opponent, right?
The best SEC team not in the playoff.
Yeah. So
Oklahoma,
yeah,
possibly Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, those are good. Those would be fun.
Vanderbilt. I mean, there's some good teams.
Yep, and Nebraska can play with those teams. So, yeah, I think, and I do think Nebraska has a great chance to split, a chance to go 2-0 for sure, a chance. But I think they have a great chance to split, and then you've probably played yourself out of probably Nashville at that point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now they're in a decent spot for sure for Vegas, like with a shot at Tampa. But again, you can't melt down. And Iowa, if they beat Nebraska, Iowa will be picked over Nebraska. So
to Tampa,
and I mean, Iowa loves the Tampa game. Like they played in that game like 8 times under Kirk Ferentz. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. So they will want that game, is my guess, no matter what. But yeah, Michigan is probably the team if they, lose, or
if they lose to Ohio State.
Yeah, like they could be available for Orlando.
Right. You got to watch Michigan a little bit. Okay, let me ask you this: if you're a Nebraska fan, are you kind of hoping Michigan upsets Ohio State and gets into playoff?
Then everybody slots up.
Right.
Well, would there still be? Yeah, because then Ohio State would still make the playoff.
Right. So everybody would slot up. You're almost hoping Michigan beats Ohio State for the 6th straight.
Now,
time.
Michigan, though, lost to USC, though.
What's that?
Michigan's lost to USC.
Oh, I know, but I think that if they win out, I think they'd be a playoff team, right?
Losses to USC, Oklahoma, and that's it, right?
That's it. 2 losses. And if they beat Ohio State, I think they would be not a sure thing, but a pretty good case to make.
It's crazy, like how far it's gone, though. Like when Bo Pelini was the coach in the first 2 years of the Big Ten, we went to Orlando back-to-back years, and you kind of just took that for granted.
I did. Now, Rhule, and he's very savvy, right? So after the game on Saturday night, he just slides into conversation. Yeah, there's a couple bull executives here that mentioned this crowd of Nebraska fans that you thought was about 25,000 people. He slid that into the conversation very smoothly. That's smart.
I think this is the path, though. A win over at least Iowa, say a split. 2-0, I think Orlando's almost could be a lock. But if you beat Iowa, the excitement will be so great because of just all the crap people have dealt with the Iowa fans and how much they've rubbed it in their face when they've played kind of not as good as Nebraska in some of these games, and they still figure out how to beat Nebraska.
Yeah, and
it angers Nebraska fans that they will be so happy to beat Iowa that everybody would go to Tampa. It would be huge.
Oh, God, yes.
It would be just a convoy of people that would go because they'd be so happy to finally have beaten Iowa.
Put a number on it. 30?
Yeah, 30. 25, 30,000. I mean, because the date is perfect. It's December 31st.
After Christmas.
And New Year's Eve in Tampa.
Pretty good deal. Now, how about this scenario? They beat Penn State, lose to Iowa.
Then, a lot of it depends on where Iowa falls and kind of what the bold people are thinking. But Scott Dockerman has Iowa currently going to Tampa.
Of course he does.
And Nebraska going to Vegas. Brett McMurphy has Nebraska going to Tampa.
And Vegas, you would play
a Big 12 team.
Oh, that could be an assortment of teams. Right
like
now.
Arizona State.
Yeah. Wow, this is fun.
Utah, Cal.
Yeah, this is fun. Hey, don't sleep on Cal. I watched him against Virginia Tech and was startled. Now they lost that game, but I was startled. Cal's not bad at all. Like I thought I'd be watching crap. They're not crap.
And we will have, like last year, we tried to put a trip together for New York, but there wasn't enough interest and the cost was so expensive to go to New York.
A fan trip.
A bowl trip, with a company.
Yeah.
I know for sure Tampa will have one. I don't know about Vegas. I don't know, I don't know if Vegas is like your normal because New Year's Eve in Vegas too.
I don't even want to think about that right now. I really don't. That's a lot.
You in Vegas on New Year's Eve?
You, Robin, and I. Oh boy. Let's not. We can think about football stuff. Odds and ends.
All right. Before we go to hell, we got to do some business here first.
Okay. Sorry, Sean.
Got to pay the bills first. Odds and ends before we get to headline 5 are brought to you by StayHome.Care, title sponsor of the show. Call them at 402-205-2233. Learn more about them, what they can do for you, your family, your loved ones. Also brought to you by Hollow Socks, a new sponsor we have here on the show. And look, Hollow Socks makes premium socks that you can wear anywhere, and they last forever. You spend a lot of money on cheap socks and they don't hold up. These socks will last you. They are high quality products, high quality socks. In fact, I'm wearing a pair right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I got them in the mail. You should have yours if you check your mail.
I will check it when I get home.
But yeah, these things are legit. They're alpaca socks built for the field. They're ultra soft alpaca fibers, 3 times warmer than wool, but still very lightweight. You can wear them out in the cold, the mountains, 80 degrees. They're going to hold up and they're going to feel right on your feet. And Hollow Socks right now has a great deal for a limited time. Hollow Socks is having a buy 3, get 3 free sale. Head to their website, hollowsocks.com today to check it out. That's hollowsocks.com for up to 50% off your order. And after your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Be sure you write Husker Online.
Okay.
Thanks to Hollow Socks. And let me tell you, my feet feel amazing right now on these socks. And I hope you find yours at home.
You're cleanly shorn and you have beautiful socks on. What a life.
And we're going to send StayHome.Care to help you out later.
Okay. That sounds
like a great deal for everybody.
I mean, it sounds practical, if nothing else. Thank you.
All right. Headline 5, odds and ends. Defensive stat Matt Rhule shared today. They're one of only a handful of defenses in the country that has not allowed 400 yards in the game. And I mean, if you
what do you think about that, Sean? What do you think about that stat?
I think some of it is just how Nebraska plays, how the Big Ten is. I mean, I think it's a less snap league. It's less possessions, which equal less yards. So it is somewhat misleading.
That's what I was thinking,
because they're not getting consistent stops, but it is still eye-opening that they've not allowed 400 yards.
I know the conversation's kind of tricky because that's a real stat. You're in a real league. You've held everybody under 400, but it hasn't always looked right to you.
No, like the USC. I mean, Robin used the words embarrassing after USC, and they lost 21-17.
Right.
But they couldn't get stopped. I mean, the Big Ten, the style of these games, when you only get like 2 possessions a quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
right. It's odd. So what are we talking about too? They didn't really close the door on UCLA like you thought they would. They're up 28-7. Then they're up 28-14. Punted the ball
to the 4.
Well, the penalty put them at the 4, but yeah, they started the possession at the 4. And you thought, okay, close the door. Well, they didn't close the door, right? That's why I don't want to take away from what the defense is doing, but I do kind of want to take away from what the defense is doing. That's the thing. It's tricky because if we're really selling this as a top 15 defense in that situation against a ordinary offense, by the way, UCLA is an ordinary offense. You close the door, but you have to give them their due. They have an extraordinary defensive back group, and that pass defense is real.
And last game Nebraska had trouble with Nico Imaliava in his running attempts, but I think a lot of teams are going to have trouble with Nico Imaliava.
Oh, he's a bear to deal with. He's 6'6", 215. He's very elusive. He's strong. Now, the one thing you got to give them credit for, though, his long run was 21. It wasn't 51. It was 21. He never got anything over 21.
I think it was 6 or 7 runs of
10 plus, but nothing over 21. So at least they didn't give up the monster home run. The Ohtani home run.
Yeah, they were really locking down their receivers. Where he didn't have, I give him credit that he wasn't just making bad throws either.
No, he's not a very good passer. Though.
You can't. The way they played him against Nebraska, that's not a sustainable way to win.
Seems like a high school offense.
15, it's like they just ran him 15 times. I mean, he had like 70% of their touches.
Yeah, what I said in the post-game show, I stand by. It looks like they just give it to the running backs to rest Nico. Here, you guys take this one. I'm going to rest a little bit. I'll get it on the meaningful down.
It's surprising he's okay with that because it's going to hurt his body long. If they run him like they did against Nebraska, like that's going to – Adrian Martinez.
Well – Adrian's knocking on the NFL door.
Yeah, he's played in a game. Yeah. But I'm just saying what it did to his career in college.
Yeah,
he got hurt at Kansas State. He got hurt at Nebraska.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to kind of push back, but I can't really. You're probably right. Nico's a big, strong guy, though. He can handle a lot of hits. He can.
All right, other odds.
He gives it out, too, by the way.
Injury updates. Nebraska, Dasan McCullough, Dawson Merritt. Both hopefully the bye week will get them back.
But Rhule wasn't definitive on McCullough. They'll try to get him back, but it didn't sound like it was a sure thing that he'd be back for Penn State. Is that
you would hope 2 weeks though is enough. If he was close to playing this week, you would hope 2 weeks gets you there. So and Merritt should be good, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw Nebraska. Dylan Rogers and even Maverick Noonan played at Jack.
Yeah, and I would say I'd say Roger. Listen, number 22, it wasn't enough to really grade him, but Rogers played pretty well.
Where's Ochoa at?
There's a question. There's a question. Well, wasn't my guy? He was on
I know.
He was at one time. He was number 2, Sean, on the depth chart. That's not my depth chart. That's Rhule's depth chart.
Yeah, and McGahee,
don't say that's my guy. That's their guy.
What's interesting too is, McGahee's redshirting,
right?
But this would have been to me a game where he could have played.
Yeah.
But I get the sense that he could be leaving. You just get that.
You definitely get that sense.
It's just not trending in the right direction.
Yeah, where is Ochoa though? I don't get that. He dropped out.
Well, even but if McGahee was truly going to be at Nebraska, they were hey, you're going to start and play 60 snaps. He probably would have.
Probably. Hey, we better give voice to something. I can just hear Rhule listening and going, "Hey, Ochoa's hurt or something. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe something's dragging him back." We don't know that. I'm just saying. He's not in the picture, and it's kind of curious because he was in the picture.
But you're going to need these guys back, though, for these next 2 weeks, hopefully. So coaches on the road, recruiting. The calendar keeps changing in recruiting. It's hard to keep up with it, Sipple.
It's hard for the head coach to keep up with, he said.
And I always go and look at that recruiting calendar on the NCAA website and looked at it again last night. And you come to the realization they'll be out a couple days this week, and that's it until January.
The coaches.
This will be the least stressful December we've seen in terms of recruiting and portal in that portal era.
Nothing in December.
Because normally every weekend in December in our roles, you're taking your laptop to every Christmas party you go to.
Nothing in December.
And there'll be nothing. So I won't need to call you, Sipple, in December.
And write 3 takes on this Justin Rhett, who what position does he play? Not sure. But we need that in 15 minutes. Remember that?
Yes.
So that's how it goes, though.
Well, that was a Saturday night at 8:00.
And I'm just telling people how the sausage is made. That's how you do it. Write 4 takes on this guy. What position? Not sure. But you got to write 4 takes on him. I think he's either safety or corner, it looks like.
You go to extreme effort sometimes, and a guy never even ends up playing.
It's okay. But anyway, recruiting. So they're still working on 2026 Nebraska.
They want they need a wide receiver and probably a D lineman. But, I wonder where they're going to send Rhule. He did say that Keel Shorts is going to go out with him. So that tells me that he's probably going to go out and see a 26 receiver somewhere. Okay,
so they're still working on 2026, obviously 2027. Rhule's head.
But yeah, that's it. So December will be strictly bowl practices. No portal visitors, no portal business, no recruiting stuff, all bowl.
And then January gets fun now.
Yeah, then January gets silly.
Fun. Because
it's all portal.
It's portal, and it's extremely intriguing. Who's leaving and who's coming.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my house in January.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
You probably don't anyway in Nebraska.
Yeah, probably not going anywhere.
So, yeah, all stuff. And then, Rhule made it sound like today, very happy with his staff. You get the sense that
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to see much movement on this staff in the offseason. You never know.
No,
I
you
never
never
say
know.
never.
But what he talked about was continuity. Like he wants to see how Terry Braden does, you know, year over year. Though I don't mean to. Rhule brought him up.
Praise Glenn Thomas.
Yeah, praise Glenn Thomas. Like, I don't get the sense that anybody's in jeopardy. Well, he changed all 3 coordinators last year, right? Right. Don't want to do that every year.
And a GM he changed.
Yeah. What's it like he said, Rhule, what it'll look like with Eckler in year 2. Look how year 1 went. Now you got a whole off season to build on that.
So we shall see what that brings. But you win a game like UCLA and things feel in the right direction, all of a sudden the whole conversation changes.
7-3, Sean. 7-3.
And
we predicted 8-4 or 9-3, on track for that.
And they're not that far off from being 9-1.
Right, exactly.
I mean, USC and I say Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota hammered them, but
yeah, they're far off against. I mean,
but if they played them again,
yeah, you'd like to think it wouldn't go like that.
No.
Good God. But again, I say now, again, king of unpopular takes, but stuff like that happens in sports. You have bad nights and you get waylaid. That happens. Happens in all level of sports. I don't want to look at it like this grand curiosity. Sometimes you just play bad and the other team plays good and you get whipped. That happens. I don't want to read into the psychology of it and everything. It just happens.
The thing about this Nebraska team, though, is they're not having unforced errors and beating themselves. They're not turning it over.
Not too much.
They're not turning it over at high rates. They're not fumbling it.
2 penalties the other night.
They're not getting penalized.
2 penalties.
They're playing a brand of football that teams like Iowa play, like where they don't beat themselves. You have to beat them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like there's not been just like, here's a free touchdown.
Generally not. Generally not. I mean, now that I'm thinking back. No, they're definitely cleaner. Right? And I appreciate that because we've covered a lot of bad football in recent years. I'm not talking about Rhule era. I'm talking about going back. Even Bo's era, you would say, got pretty sloppy sometimes on the way to 10 wins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sloppy sometimes.
A lot of offense, though, where you're required a lot of ball handling.
Oh, I used to say that about Bo's offense all the time. Beck's offense. They handled the ball more than, like, it was like you needed a point guard in that offense that could really handle the ball, a quarterback that could really handle it.
Emmett Johnson has 1 fumble and 203 carries.
That might be his best stat, by the way. 1 fumble and 203 might be his best stat.
Dylan Rhule has 5. Lateef has 2. And Janiron Bonner has 1. So there's 9 fumbles on the season.
You can live with that.
Not lost fumbles.
How
fumbles.
How about Emmett?
Yeah. 84.5 overall grade on PFF. That's an outstanding running back grade. All right. Well, we'll be back Wednesday. HuskerOnline show's back Wednesday. And then we'll give you a bonus headlines on Friday.
Bonus. Okay.
All right. Well, for Steve Sipple, I'm Sean Callahan. Thanks for starting your Monday off with us and joining us for HuskerOnline Headlines. We'll be back on Wednesday.